One of the best overall strength exercises for core, shoulders, even hip mobility exercise is something called a Turkish get-up or a get-up. So a get-up is a complex exercise. There's probably 5 or 6 mini exercises wrapped into one, which is why I particularly think it's one of the best things you could do for overall strength and conditioning. So you could use a dumbbell. Today we're going to use a kettlebell, and it's very similar in nature using either one, with the exception of with the kettlebell you have more room for error, so to speak, because you have a different kind of center of gravity with that kettlebell being a different shape. So a couple things we pay attention to. First, the safety of our shoulders. So first position is going to be in this fetal position here. Snug that kettlebell up close to our body and then roll onto our backs. Now, you want to keep an active forearm, so you don't want to let that kettlebell flop backwards or the dumbbell. You want to make sure you're engaging this muscle, your forearm muscle, to keep that kettlebell from flopping down. You can see how that can be potentially dangerous, that weight coming on the outside of your shoulder and potentially on your head. So you want to make sure this is nice and secure here. So keep that strong forearm. Also, make sure that your hand is directly under your, or directly above your elbow and your shoulder at all times. That's going to keep that structure nice and solid. You never want to be too far away from that insertion, that joint, because that's just more pressure on your joints and your ligaments. Then, key component, something you could use to remember, is your same knee needs to be bent, same side. So if you're using your left side first, that left hand is up, that left knee is bent. Okay? Now, I'm going to take a side view here. This hand, 45-degree angle out to the side, as well as this leg. Make sure you have a nice open space with this knee to give yourself room to move your hips. So, first movement is here. This is the first stop. Again, taking your time, make sure you have stability. From here, after that elbow is placed, pressing the floor away, making sure you have active shoulders, making sure there's space in between your shoulders and your ears. You never want to be slunched down like this, always active. Okay? Now from here, you're going to go onto your hand. You're going to bridge up. From this position, you're going to take this opposite leg, pull it through. So now, you're still looking up and you still have that hand directly above your elbow, directly above your shoulder, and your hand, your right hand, your support hand is out to the side. From this position, you notice my hips, I have 2 right angles. Now you're going to press the floor away, press that dumbbell up, square your hips up, turn that back leg 90 degrees, and then from this position, you're pressing straight up into a standing position. Now on the way down, nice and controlled, you're going to take a reverse lunge. Stop here for a second. Look up at the kettlebell. You never want to be taking your eyes away from that weight that's above your head. Now from here, shift that back ankle over, the lower half of your leg over. This hand now needs to go to the side, just like you did when you first started. And if you notice, there's a straight line between my left wrist, elbow, shoulder, my right shoulder, elbow, wrist. It's a strong support. Now from here, press the floor away, activate those shoulders, bring that leg up, pull it through, nice and controlled. Have a seat. Drop down to elbow, always maintaining active shoulders. And then on the way down, nice and controlled, roll back down. Right back into a fetal position. Now, when you're looking to go to the other side, use this method. Keep it close to your body, snug it up, and bring it on the outside. Okay, I'm going to show you a side view now. What it looks like from this side. Right back down. What I love about the get up is that it forces you to take your time. You should stop at each particular movement, catch your breath, make sure you control, and you have control over your body. So you're aware of each particular movement within the movement itself. So it's actually a slow and steady kind of grind through exercise and not something you should rush, ever. Get up.